Look, AI is changing every 5 minutes and degrees are not keeping up. You see the problem? Companies don't care where you learned AI, they care that you can use it, but nobody actually can do that. So here are 5 AI courses that make you job ready in weeks, not years, high value, in demand, top skills. And so first up is AI for Business by Wharton. Yes, Wharton, that business school from the University of Pennsylvania, one of the best top-ranked business schools in the entire world. And I already know what some of you guys are thinking. Lucas, I don't want to start a business. Fair. But here's the thing, you're actually not learning how to start a business, you're learning how to work in a business. And if AI is going to change how that business operates, and you're working in a business, you should probably understand what AI can do and what it can't do, and where it's actually heading next. Because honestly, that alone removes a lot of the stress around the topic of AI. And once you understand the technology, it stops being this scary thing that might take your job and starts being a tool that you actually know how to use. Although, just a disclaimer, I mean, even the people that do know the thing are still a bit stressed, so I'll be perfectly honest about that as well. Now, that specialization is made exactly for that. It has no prerequisites, it's beginner level, and you don't need to know how to code. It's only 4 courses covering the fundamentals of AI and ML and how AI is used in marketing, in finance, in people management, AI strategy, governance, all those fancy buzzwords, and things like ethics, risks, how companies actually roll this stuff out. And you also get interviews with industry leaders who manage data at companies like McDonald's and Visa, the car company. If you know the Visa cards, you probably do. So you can see how things actually work in the real world and not just in theory. Now, should you take it? I mean, over 78,000 people have already taken it and they seem to like it. They've given it a 4.7 rating. And so the whole thing takes about 4 weeks, 10 hours a week. And at the end, you get a cert from the University of Pennsylvania on your LinkedIn. And I mean, a Wharton credential without the Wharton tuition, which is really expensive, by the way, that's a pretty good deal. Now, number 2 is the IBM AI Product Manager Professional Certificate. Now, this one is for people who don't want to be the engineer, but rather be the person that makes the money. No, but the person that actually decides what's happening and what gets built. Product managers sit right between the business side and the tech side, and right now companies desperately need project or product managers, both of them, that actually understand AI. And that combination is pretty rare because it's so new, and rare skills get paid well, usually. This is a 10 course series, and so it's pretty long, but it's completely beginner friendly. No prior experience required. It literally says so in the FAQ section right here. And the first courses teach you the, classic product management, the life cycle, the role, working with stakeholders, not getting angry when people do the wrong thing, building a product strategy and a roadmap. And then it kind of shifts into the fancy buzzword of AI a little bit more, talking about artificial intelligence, generative AI, basically ChatGPT, prompt engineering, and the foundational models. And then the best part, it basically combines both things. You learn how to actually build and manage AI products. And the final course is about using Gen AI tools like our favorite ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, whatever you want to use in your daily work as a product manager. It's very hands-on. You do build a pretty good portfolio along the way, which I really enjoy. And so you finish with actual proof of what you've done and your skills, and not just a certificate, because that's worth way more than a cert. Now, IBM says that you can get job ready in about 3 months at 10 hours a week, and over 84,000 people have already enrolled, and it has a 4.7 rating. I don't agree with the 3 months at 10 hours a week thing, but still pretty useful. And if the technical tracks of this video sounds like too much for you, this is the one that I would pick. And let's move on. Now, next up is going to be DataCamp, and they're the perfect example of AI courses, because here's the problem with learning AI at university, right? Curriculums take years to update, and by the time a chapter on AI is printed, half the tools in it are already outdated, and you're learning that. And so DataCamp doesn't have that problem. Their content gets updated constantly, and the tracks I'm about to show you were updated just a few months ago, or even weeks. And so everything's interactive, and you write the actual code in your browser from the first lesson. And also, 19 million people are learning on DataCamp for a reason, including myself. And so, first up is the Associate AI Engineer for Developers track. It's beginner friendly with no prerequisites, and in about 26 hours, you go from basically nothing to building AI-powered applications. You start by working with the OpenAI API, connecting things like ChatGPT into real applications, and then covering some things like Hugging Face, LangChain, Pinecone, and the exact tools you'd see in an actual AI engineer job description today. It's also filled with projects, which I love, so by the end you've actually built things for your future portfolio. I keep pointing aspiring AI engineers here because it's the fastest path I found from zero to actually shipping AI features. And if you're less of a developer and more into data, we have the associate AI engineer for, well, data scientist track. And this one is made for people who already know a little bit of basic Python, but instead of just creating AI apps, you actually work deeper with the AI models themselves, training and fine-tuning them, deploying them into production with MLOps, and putting everything together. So it's gonna be around 40 hours taught by engineers and data scientists from top companies like Microsoft. And if you're thinking about starting this track, just know that some parts are difficult, but that's kind of exactly what makes it valuable. I mean, university would teach you this over semesters using resources made before half of these tools even existed. And here it's like 26 or 40 hours of training with a cert that actually tests whether you can do the real work. Now, both of these AI engineering tracks lead to a proper certification. And so these are not going to be like a multiple choice quiz where you have to like put in some basic stuff. Their AI engineer cert actually comes with a time exam plus a practical, real hands-on exam designed to test whether you can actually build what the track taught you in AI. So you can walk out with a credential that actually holds some real weight on a resume and not just a participation bag or certificate of completion. And so pick the track that matches you, developer if you want to be a developer and build AI apps, and data scientist if you want to work more with the models themselves. And the links are at the top of the description. Go grab one for yourself. Now, number 5 is the AI Agent Developer Specialization from Vanderbilt University. And if you've been watching this channel for a long time, you know that AI agents are the big topic right now, and we're talking about that quite a lot. And so we're moving from chatbots that answer questions to agents that actually do things. They use tools, they have memory, they complete tasks on their own, and the people who know how to build AI agents are in a very good position right now. This is a 6-course series taught by Dr. Jules White, who is one of the most popular AI instructors on Coursera, and over 1 million people have taken his courses. Now, you build a complete AI agent framework in the programming language of Python from scratch, piece by piece, step by step, so you actually understand how AI agents work. Instead of just copying somebody else's code, you learn how to create them from scratch. And you learn a tool calling, memory, multi-agent system where agents work together, and how to build agents that are safe and trustworthy, and of course also useful. You also create your own custom GPTs and go very deep on prompt engineering, and the projects are practical here too, and things like agents that explore files, generate documentation, automate workflows, whatever you want to do. You should know some basic Python though before you start, but no specific AI or ML knowledge is required. And it only takes about 2 months to 10 hours a week, and it has a 4.8 star rating from over 10k reviews, which is one of the highest I've ever seen. And so check out this video for more AI certs. I think you'll like it, and it's top rated, so why not check it out.